Jake was a smart but lazy teenager living in Chicago. He had big dreams. He wanted to be a successful businessman one day. But he had one major problem: his bad habits. Every morning, his mom had to yell at him to wake up for school. He hit the snooze button at least 5 times before dragging himself out of bed. He never did his homework on time and always copied from his friends at the last minute. His teachers warned him, but he didn't take them seriously. Jake also had another bad habit. He spent hours on video games and social media instead of studying. His best friend Ryan often told him, "Dude, you gotta focus. Life isn't a game." But Jake just laughed and said, "Relax, I'll be fine." One day, his school announced an important math test. Jake told himself he would study, but every time he sat down, he got distracted by his phone. The night before the test, he realized he didn't understand anything. The next morning, sitting in the exam hall, Jake stared at the test paper. His mind went blank. He tried to remember the formulas, but it was too late. He had failed. When he got his test results, his heart sank. His parents were disappointed, and his teacher told him, "Jake, if you don't change your habits, you're going to struggle in life." Jake finally realized that his bad habits were ruining his future. But was he ready to change? Jake sat in his room, staring at the big red on his test paper. He felt ashamed, but more than that, he felt frustrated with himself. His parents sat down with him that evening. His dad said, "Jake, you're smart, but smart means nothing without hard work." His mom added, "You have to break your bad habits before they break your future." Jake nodded silently. He knew they were right, but changing wasn't going to be easy. The next morning, he made a decision. It was time to take control of his life. Instead of hitting the snooze button, he forced himself to get up early. He made a study schedule and promised himself he wouldn't touch his phone while doing homework. It was hard at first. Every time he heard a notification, he felt the urge to check it. But he reminded himself why he was doing this. Ryan noticed the change. "Whoa, man! You're actually studying?" he joked. Jake grinned. "Yeah, I figured it's time to stop messing around." Days turned into weeks. His habits slowly improved. He still played video games, but only after finishing his schoolwork. He still used social media, but in moderation. He was finally in control. Then came the next big math test. This time, Jake was ready. When the results came out, Jake's heart pounded as he looked at his grade. A! It wasn't perfect, but it was proof that he could do better. His teacher smiled and said, "Now that's the Jake I always believed in." Jake realized something important. Bad habits don't define you. Your choices do. And this time, he was choosing success.